Hi there. My name's Matthew Cunningham. I'm a landscape architect. One of the really important parts of this garden for me is really feeling like I'm immersed in the wildlife, immersed in the context of the woodland. And that's a really special part of this property for me. I have this collection of containers that I like to switch out throughout the seasons. This year I went big and bold, lots of color, lots of texture, lots of things that have really incredible foliage patterns. For me, my garden is a laboratory, and I've used this as a place to experiment with different ideas, to dabble with different ways of thinking about how to use plants to create spatial experiences or to create unique ecological conditions. So in my front yard, I've converted about 1/3 of an acre into a meadow. A lot of the material that's here has seeded in or grown in naturally. I'm supplementing with goldenrods and asters and a lot of material that will draw in pollinators towards the later part of the season. It's not unusual to come out here and see a deer laying in the meadow and just hanging out. So people often hire us because they want something that connects to the context of their land, that works with the local native flora and fauna. I feel very passionate about it. I'm okay with deer coming in and grazing flowers off from my hydrangea. I'm cool with the fact that things are going to adapt and evolve to the conditions of the site. Every garden that we create really has to connect to the context of the site. Here we are outside of Boston. It's more of a suburban character of a neighborhood. So we've worked with a lot of plant materials that are well suited to the conditions that we find here. A lot of domesticated species that have great summer color, things that are pretty adaptable and resilient under the pressures of rabbit grazing or turkey grazing or deer grazing. Ultimately, one of the goals for this project was really trying to make this house feel like it's in the countryside. That is achieved by using a lot of plant material to help screen and give scale and context to the house. But again, as this plant material fills in, it's going to become part of the sense of place, and I think that's really one of the main goals of the project. Our clients love to entertain, so early on in the design process, we thought very carefully about the indoor-outdoor relationships. We have an outdoor living room here that's covered, so on a rainy or really hot day, you can sit under the shade. There's an outdoor fireplace there. And then on this side, we have an outdoor kitchen, so there's a spot for dinner parties or al fresco dining. It can expand and contract with the scale of group that they want to entertain. And it's all next to the swimming pool. Craftsmanship is extremely important to us, and this particular project we're using a locally sourced stone called pudding stone. We're using that to create these walls that are built on top of pudding stone outcrops. We have an outdoor fireplace, an outdoor kitchen. It's going to get lots of beautiful, lush native plant material to help it feel established, and it's going to be pretty incredible for family and friends to hang out in. So we completely reconfigured the arrival sequence to this property. We've moved the auto court to this side of the house, really celebrating the front entry of the property. And there's a secondary access point here that leads up to a new carriage house garage that's been tucked into a hillside. What it's really resulting in is something that blends the existing context of the site, the new programming that's supportive to a modern lifestyle, and it's also for a really great family, which is awesome. Projects like these take a tremendous amount of coordination, collaboration, and teamwork. I pride myself on having built, I think, one of the most talented and committed landscape architecture teams in New England. I'm very proud to announce that we've named 3 principals to the team. Jen Stevens, Ryan Wampler, and Devin Heffron have all been elevated to principal. And under their leadership and mine, together, we're really looking towards the future. We have a lot of big plans ahead, a lot of momentum behind us, and we're doubling down in our commitment to building beautiful, ecologically balanced residential landscapes for our clients.